Hey, welcome back to Just a Pinch. Today's recipe is cast iron chocolate chip cookie recipe. Don't let the name fool you. It's basically just a giant chocolate chip cookie, but without the faff of having to roll out little balls and shape and that kind of thing. It's all cooked in one cast iron pan. Crispy on the outside, chewy in the middle, and super indulgent multi-oozy chocolates. I'm so excited. Are you ready? Let's go. As always, the recipe is linked in the description down below. Leave me a comment if you've got any suggestions what you'd like me to cook next. And always, please subscribe. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Make sure you've got the fan on. Start off by browning your butter in a pan. You need to pay close attention to your butter because what's going to happen is the milk solids are going to start browning. And that's what we want. That's what's going to give it a nice caramel toffee flavor. But your butter will go from brown to burnt really quickly. So keep a close eye on it. And as soon as you start seeing the color change to brown, remove it off the heat, pour it into your mixing bowl and start letting it cool down. Now we're going to add our sugar. Start by adding your light brown sugar first, followed by your white sugar. Now you want to mix this thoroughly. We're going to try and get that sugar to dissolve. If you want to use a stand mixer, by all means, go for it. But I'm going to go for a whisk today. I need a bit of a workout. Lockdown's been tough on my belly. Now it's time to add our eggs. One large whole egg, which you can crack and put straight into your bowl. Next up, we are going to try and separate this egg yolk from its egg white and put that into the bowl. But as you can see here, things didn't go according to plan. Remove that shell because that's going to add extra chewiness and crunch that you don't want in there. And yeah, just use your hand and just rip the yolk away from its white. Why not? That extra egg yolk's going in there to add some more moisture as well as give it some more richness. Now when we're ready, we're going to use a good quality vanilla extract. 10 ml of that goes in. Now use your whisk and mix this thoroughly. We're trying to get it nice and smooth and velvety. What you can do is mix for 5 minutes, walk away and let it rest for 5 minutes. Come back and start mixing again for 5 minutes, rest for 5 minutes and so on until you've done this about 3 or 4 times. Because we're trying to get that sugar to dissolve. You want to end up with a batter that is super smooth and velvety, as you can see here. Oh my word. Whilst it's resting, you can mix your dry ingredients. Start off by sifting your flour, your salt, and your baking soda into a large mixing bowl and whisk this to combine. Now carefully add your dry ingredients into your wet. Now you should be using a wooden spoon or perhaps a spatula and fold your flour through your wet ingredients. We're only looking to mix to combine. There is a risk that you overmix this and start stretching and activating that gluten. We don't want that. Now when it comes to chocolate, I like to use a combination of both dark and semi-sweet chocolate. But of course your palate's different to mine, so go for it. Use whatever you want. You can chuck in some M&M's, Smarties, Reese's peanut butter cups, totally up to you. Using a sharp blade, roughly chop up your chocolate. We want large chunks and small chunks and little ones, and essentially we're looking for a smorgasbord of chocolate pieces here. Because what it's going to do is add extra texture into your cookie. And it's also quite nice, you know when you bite into a cookie and there's a nice little melty big surprise of a chocolate? Well, that's what we're trying to achieve here. Okay.
Yeah, I like the surprise. Okay.
Alright. Add your chocolate chips to your cookie dough and mix evenly. Of course, be careful not to overmix. Now, when you're ready, add your cookie dough to your cast iron pan and spread it out smoothly. You want to get your cookie dough all the way around the pan edge to edge. It's now time to put it in the oven. We're cooking this at 180 degrees Celsius with the fan on for 20 to 25 minutes. Your oven might be different to mine, so what you need to look out for is brown edges and the cookie dough starts to pull away from the pan. When yours is ready, take it out of the oven and then set it aside to let it cool. We've got to let this cool for about 30 minutes. The dough needs to set. Coming up, we're about to do a taste test. There's a few things that we want to look out for. Have we got a crispy edge? Or have we got a crispy edge and a crispy crotch?
Crotch.
Crispy crotch. Have you got a crispy crotch? Have we got a crispy crunch? Is it nice and chewy in the center? And do we have that nice oozy melty chocolate running through? But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a like down below. Leave me a comment in the comment section and please subscribe. We're trying to reach our goal of getting 200 subscribers before summer. Every bit from you helps. So thank you. You ready? Let's taste. Look at that melting chocolate. This is cooked to perfection.
Wow.